enjoying the smooth, deep breathing, with your out-breath being slightly longer than your in-breath. Finally, becoming aware of your neck and your face and your head. Connected to your body, to your feet. Feeling that sense of connection and grounding to nature below your feet. As nature also smiles down upon you. With your eyes closed now, I invite you to remember or to create your safe space, your safe haven. This could be a beautiful scene in nature that you remember. Could be a room in your home. Or under a duvet or comforter. A space you feel relaxed, warm, soothed, where you feel you can just let go and feel comfortable. And invite you to use your senses to connect to your safe haven. What can you see around you? Is there any smell or taste to this safe haven space? Or what can you hear? Perhaps there's some music playing or a song. Or maybe it's just silent. Let's give ourselves some safety to our body in this safe space, where we can give ourselves a big hug if that feels right to us. I invite you to give yourself a big hug by wrapping your arms around yourself with a smile, just imagining that feeling safe, warm and comfortable, as much as you can imagine it, whatever is right for you. And imagine that you can place a glass dome all around this safe space, or a protective bubble, can in without your permission. Breathe into that feeling of safety and strength and peace in this glass dome or bubble. You have now reached the 10-minute mark of our meditation. With a smile, feel your muscles letting go, the tension just beginning to let go. Just take a deep breath in, and with a smile we can breathe out. And if we're giving ourselves a hug, we can just let go of our arms and feel comfortable. Keeping your eyes closed, we can help our body feel safer by gently stroking our hand or wrist. So with one of your hands, just gently stroke the other hand and the wrist, just like if you were soothing a child. There. And feel that loving, relaxing touch. Breathing with a smile. And you can swap hands if you like. Now imagine, as you let go of your hands, your representation of love is sitting with you in this space. And that's someone who you feel gives you more unconditional care and support. This could be nature, a tree. It could be a figure from your religion or spirituality. It could be your pet, a relative, a friend or partner. Just someone who's there for you. It's a window into the feeling and space of unconditional love and care. Look at that person's eyes of love towards you. And just connect to that feeling of feeling cared for. And if you can't feel it yet, Simply imagine what it would feel like. This person, this place, or this pet, they're all doorways to unconditional love. Maybe we haven't experienced it, or perhaps we have. I invite you to nurture that feeling safer and safer in your safe haven. Breathing gently with a smile. Knowing that we are connecting to that space of love through someone else. And ultimately, it resides within us as an embodiment of love. Feel that compassion for you from this representation of love. Take a slow, deep breath in from the stomach. And feel as you breathe out that compassion for yourself. Finally, I invite you to see if you'd like to let go and surrender. Surrender means to let go of your resistance to things in your life and instead flow with the rhythms of life and let go. You accept the world around you and yourself when we are in a feeling of surrender. That whatever happens, I'll handle it. You have now reached the 20-minute mark of our meditation. Let's take another slow, deep breath in from the stomach with a smile. And breathing out slowly and gently through the nose with a comfortable smile. Letting go, loosening your body, knowing you are grounded in your safe space. And notice what this feels like with your feet or back grounded to the floor. You're in your safe space, a place you feel warm and comforted, inside your protective bubble. And in this safe haven, you're looked after by your representation of love, who's looking at you with eyes of compassion. Inviting yourself to let go and surrender in this space. Loosening your body. Observe the sensations in your body that remind you of your safe haven. How do your legs feel? How does your body feel? With a gentle smile. How does your head feel? Keeping your eyes closed, I invite you to touch your thumb and forefinger together. Breathe in with a smile. Breathing out and letting go. I invite you to nurture the feeling of being in your safe haven. Nurture that feeling and connect as much as you can. And in your mind, you can say whatever affirmations remind you of this feeling, such as, I am safe, or I am warm. I'm taken care of by a higher power. Keeping our eyes closed, we've now come to the end of our 30-minute version of the meditation. So let's take a slow, deep breath in and breathe out with a smile. Coming back into the room, wiggling your feet, wiggling your fingers, just wobbling your body to feel your body. And let's take another deep, energizing breath in. And breathe out with a smile. And when you feel ready, when you feel complete, you can just gently open your eyes. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed today's meditation. Please do invite your friends, your family, people you work with to our daily sessions. And this helps us support the vision of a happier, healthier planet. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hello, and a warm welcome to today's journaling and gratitude session. Today we're going to be talking about a really fascinating topic, which is happiness. Now, who doesn't want to be happier? Who doesn't want to feel more contented, more uplifted? We all do, right? It's a fundamental aspect of human nature. And yet there's a little trick that goes on in our minds, which can delay us feeling happy or feeling contented. And it often works like this, where at baseline, we're happy. Yeah, happy just the way we are. And then we get an itch. Now that itch might be, I really want that new car, or that new house, or that new bag, or that new set of clothes. Or I really want that promotion at work, or I really need to have XYZ. And we turn those wants into needs. And then we convince our minds that now we can't be happy and contented until we've got that one thing. And that slowly drains away our happiness and contentment. And it's all happening unconsciously without us realizing often. And the more that we want that thing, the more desperate we are, the more attached to it that we are, the more that we drain away our happiness in this moment. It literally is a recipe for that. And this might not just be about one thing. There could be several things that are draining our energy and draining our sense of happiness. And it's a useful exercise to declutter the mind from some of those desperations, those wants, and shine a light on them. Bring them to the light of consciousness to say, do I choose to keep holding on to this? And what impact is this happening on my levels of well-being? And it can even contribute to anxiety and depression, these deep wants and desires and attachments. Of course, there's nothing wrong with wanting something. Let's be very clear. There's nothing wrong with thinking you have a need. These are all perfectly normal human things, part of life's existence. But the issue is, how attached are we? How desperate are we? How much is having this thing attached to our levels of happiness? And the more attached we are, the more desperate we are, the more dependent we are, and then it's harder to just be happy in this moment. And something that I find very useful is turning those wants and strong desires into preferences. So rather than, I desperately want to have that new thing, I desperately want my business to work out, I desperately need this to happen. Instead, I choose for it to happen. It's a preference, but I'm not myself emotionally dependent on that. And just feeling the relaxation that comes when we let go of that dependency. So let's have a go with this. Let's take a piece of paper, or you can write it in your journal, and think about some of these really strong attachments, really strong wants and desires that might be compromising your happiness and compromising your ability to be present in this moment. Yeah? And we can write them on a piece of paper with a line down the middle. So we can draw a line down the middle of the piece of paper. On the left-hand side, we're going to write down what some of those desperate desires and wants that we may even have turned into needs. We'll write them on the left-hand side. And we'll write them in with the emotion that's attached. So I really want such and such to happen. I really need this to happen. Yeah? Spend a few moments cathartically getting that out of our system. How did that feel to get some of these things out on paper, some of these wants, these desires that have been on our minds, that have been bothering us? How does that feel? Does that feel good? And it's so interesting because we convince ourselves that we'll only be happy when we have this thing in our lives or this success. And often what people report is, even once they do finally get that thing, the happiness or the positive feeling that they get from that only lasts a short period of time. And then the mind is on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing that we could have. And so it's a constant game of trying to get to a relaxed state. And then we're thinking of the next thing that we think will make us happy. So it's not buying into that illusion and instead seeing how we can be more consciously happy every moment. Of course, we can't be happy every moment, but we can certainly be aware that this is what it was required to just be contented and happy, is to let go of these desperate desires and wants in the moment. And now on the right-hand side of the piece of paper or just in your phone, let's write down, what are ways in which we can let go of some of this desire? Because we convince ourselves that we're only going to be happy if this thing happens. And so maybe we can say, it's my preference for this to happen. Or if it doesn't happen, that's okay. I'll handle it. Or I'll be happy either way. Yeah, things that can help you let go of some of the desperation that you may feel on the left-hand side and some of these strong desires. So let's think about your new perspectives on the right-hand side of the piece of paper. Let me share some of the things that I've written down here on the right-hand side. So I've written, it's okay if things don't work out the way I expected. I'll handle it. Life will handle it. I've also written down, I can be happy regardless of what I get or don't get. can just feel the relaxation that comes into your nervous system when we let go of these desperate attachments that we've convinced ourselves are the only way to be happy. And it's recognizing that that happiness comes not from the presence of those things in our lives, but from the absence of the desperation, the absence of the strong desire, and just a contentment in this moment. So we have the itch, we then do all kinds of things to satisfy that itch, and we scratch that itch, and then finally we come back to the contentment. But it's all along, it was the contentment and peace and happiness that we wanted. It was the desperate desire that took us away from that baseline feeling. So let's read out loud some of the things that we wrote on the right-hand side of that piece of paper about how you feel now, or how you choose to feel about your desperate wants and desires and attachments. Let's read them out loud and really feel into it and feel your nervous system just relaxing a few notches when you feel into these statements. How did that feel? Feels good, right? It feels liberating to know that we don't need to get rid of the things that we choose in life, the wants or desires. We need to get rid of them, but we can just dial down the emotional intensity or attachment to them. We can still choose those things in life instead of desperately wanting and needing those things in our lives. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Please do tell your friends and family about these events so that we can achieve our vision of a healthier, happier planet. See you next time.
You need a set of dumbbells and some water, and you're ready to go. So grab those dumbbells and we're going chest press to overhead press. Alternating, squeezing your muscles together and then pushing from your shoulders overhead. Good rhythm, good momentum. Keep the rest of your body strong. Focus all your attention into those muscles in your upper body. Push and push, good stuff. Now bent over flies. You're going to lean forward at the waist, drive the dumbbells behind you. You're squeezing between your shoulder blades as you lift those dumbbells out to the side.